So yes, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Forager, the quaint and adorable game all about murdering the wildlife and stripping it of all of its resources before we eventually have to terraform Mars and move there instead. It's Forager! It's a farming thing. It's a farming thing that you kind of have to build up from scratch in every department, even the world department. Which, I'll admit, was not really the first thing I thought of when I thought about a farming-esque game, when I was originally looking at this on Steam, but hey, here we are, looking small, kind of off eggshell white, and capable. That's the words I'll use, and I'll also homicide the slime before it touches my face. Who doesn't enjoy a good time of all that? We've got our beet friends here, they're watching me kill all these other plants, but they're not beets, so they don't scream. Life is good! I also killed their brother and slowly started eating him. So there was that. I admit to nothing, but he was delicious. That's what we'll say. How's that sound? So what was I doing? I was gonna build some fishing thingamabobbamasquibs. We need more money, more gold, in order to build more stuff, which we'll get to eventually. But to begin with, I think we should build some fish traps. Some that are in an easy-to-reach location, which these are. We also have a skill point that I got literally as I was exiting out of the last episode. So what do I want to spend that on? I mean, we could spend money on things like coinage, which would give me more money every time I produce money, which I think I'll wait on that one. Fishing, we're gonna need to be able to catch things fast in order to get certain materials, but what I want right now is I want additional wood from every tree that I homicide, because you use wood a lot in this game. I mean, like, you used it in the morning, play around before work, you cut it down in the middle of the day to make money, and then sometimes you joust with other people at the club with it. I don't know, but we gotta go get a bunch more. So let's go see if more has spawned. We got more berry bushes, which is good. We can use that to build more fishing pots. What else can I make after I'm done eating the rest of those critters' brother? We don't really need a lot of this stuff, per se. Although we've got a lot of gold now, so we can start making more coins. I need a couple more iron ingots for a new pick. And the new pick is going to be super duper important, so we're going to just make a couple more pieces of coal. I hope some more spawns with some more trees, actually, because I'm kind of in need of both. Both the actual wood and the coal that can be spawned off the sides of it. What else have we got? Do I have more? I do have a little bit more fiber. I can make 2 more thread. And I think I can already make a new backpack to expand my storage along with a wallet. I don't really remember what the wallet's good for, but it exists and I feel like I should have it. If that makes sense. Looks like our first catch is just an innocent piece of seaweed. Good for making sushi, and chips, and putting in stuff, and also for touching legs when you're out swimming and making you think like the creature from the Black Lagoon's about to suck you under and murder you. And other things that people immediately assume and fear when out boogie boarding and stuff for the first time. Not boogie boarding, inner tubing off the butt end of a boat. Everybody's favorite weird stuff in a boat. Yeah, that increased amount of experience from everything is going to be super handy rather soon. Can I make this? I can! I can make my new fancy pickaxe. Which will just generally make life a little quicker, because it won't take me as many slaps to destroy everything in here. So I'm gonna bash the slime. chop down this tree. And then later, I think I'll find the true meaning of friendship, provided that Disney doesn't come after me, because that's kind of their thing in every other movie. There we go. Eventually, I can turn these citruses into little saplings if I want to rebuild society and can't have killed so many trees. Hey, here's my pick. I do get a kick out of the almost vaguely Nintendo-esque sounds that you get when you do things like get an upgrade. There was like a da-da-da-da that sounded similar, but it's obviously intended to not piss off Nintendo with copyright, so props to you. Mr. Frog Hoppin' Crew. Get all these slime bits. And more ore. You can never have enough ore. I'm obsessed with ore. Haunts my dreams and nightmares. It's great. It's good stuff. 10 out of 10. Would randomly bash rocks again. One thing that I do find is nice is when you level up and you get upgrades, you don't really have to worry about wasting a bunch of space in your bag increasingly as you have to carry around all your tools. They're just part of your gear tab, part of your upgrades. Just kind of assume that you're always going to need to use it, which I like. Because I literally play other games like Moonlighter that are literal inventory management sims, and sometimes it drives me up the wall. So this unlocks torches and makes structures cost less. This increases the drop rate from mining materials. I kind of want to have the fish unlock faster, but I also want to be able to dig up stuff and to produce like stuff using a windmill. And what a windmill is going to do is exactly what a windmill does in real life. It lets you grind stuff up. It also lets you get things like seeds out of wheat. It's very useful and lets us go on to the next leg of our little adventure. So let's have some more of these delicious beets. Stock up on energy. And then, where can we build a shovel? I can build a shovel right here. That's going to require additional iron that I don't yet have. I'm going to have to make more coal as well. And the quest for additional wood continues. The ongoing saga of mauling the everything. It's great. Next thing you know, we're going to be opening up our very own Sharper Image where we combine everything with a clock radio and sometimes a back razor. Like, who doesn't want an ice cream scoop combination clock radio and razor for your back hair? I mean, if it gets through those thick patches, I'll go for it, and then I'll stick it into a big tub of Haagen-Dazs afterwards. I'm sure everyone will love the additional layers of flavor and fiber that come with all of that delicious hair. By which I mean everyone will run out of the room screaming, going, "What the hell is wrong with you? Who puts that in Haagen-Dazs?" I mean, really. Chop, chop, chop. Let's destroy all the trees and get their goody, delicious flesh. And then this, I'd like to make, what, 3 more of these? How much did I need for the shovel? Oh, I just need 1 more. Well, either way, we'll have that stuff in lickety-split. What other stuff can I build? I can build a windmill. A windmill takes a lot of wood, a lot of brick, and a lot of thread. And the good news is I haven't had much of a cause to use the thread that I've already produced, so I've already got it in an abundance. The only trouble is that wood only grows so fast. So let's see here. Ooh, we can make bread now if we can get some flour going from that windmill. And then I wanted to start in on some bricks. What else can I get started creating now? Because basically the reason I want a shovel is I'm theorizing that the shovel is what is required to actually plant and utilize seeds soon. Otherwise, you just use it on the ground and nothing happens, and the game just gets confused and goes, "What is wrong with you?" And then stares at you, judging from its digital prison inside of your home. Just goes, "Did you really just try to just throw seeds on the ground and expect fruit to happen? Come on, man. You're smarter than this. Look, you just smeared goo over a little mining pick that you found on the beach, and you've invented a whole new thing. I mean, what's not to love here? And you're right. You're very right, giant, terrifying beat thing. I am quite capable of doing these fancy, highly educated majiggers. That's why I get paid the big bucks. So I can make both a small backpack and a gold, well, like, piece wallet. And I've got my shovel. Oh, you can also use it to find hard-to-reach items. I wonder how you would know where to dig. Because so far, none of the spots that I anticipated giving goodies and bacon have any. But maybe there's a trick to it that I as yet do not know. What I do know is it actually lets me plant stuff, which I need. Not quite as right now as I make it out to be, but certainly within the next few minutes I'll want to start building that windmill and having seeds coming out of it that I can plant. Because eventually, most of the stuff in this game has some type of intrinsic value, you know, like a gold or something, that I might be able to sell them for once I put in, I'm assuming, a market of some variety. But as yet have not seen. So really, we're just gonna gather stuff, produce more coinage, and then be ready to build another island, which should be splendiferous. So in fact, where's that small wallet, which will allow us to carry? I think that prevents us from getting capped on money. I haven't actually really paid attention to that today. For some reason, it's important to have a wallet instead of just digitally representing your wealth. And yeah, it should be neat, I'm sure. Everything else in this game is pretty straightforward and provides just a momentary learning curve, like any new game. But it hasn't really thrown me any twists with unnecessary leaps of logic that no sane human being would do when out and about doing things in the real physical world. Oh, I see. So the coins that you get are now worth twice as much. Except for what I already have, which I guess I'm just fucked on. The more you know. Okay, well at least we got some coal. Build. Farming. Windmill requires basically way more of everything that I just ended up using, so let's just start with the brick. I think we need what? That many? Man, I have been outside doing actual farming and gardening, and I am already absolutely tippity-top tired today. But that's okay, I will probably manage. I'm only going to record a couple of these before I take a proper break. And yeah, that'll be it. I'll have to come back and start regularly recording all the things again, because I've been getting into my tutorial channel a lot, which I think is doing fantastically. Certainly grew faster than this channel ever did. Mostly because I started this just before the Adpocalypse, the original one. But c'est la vie, c'est la vu, at least one of them is doing well, right? And I rather like making educational videos on one sort or another. It's just a fun thing that you can do. Alright, how many of these do I still need? Well, still like 9 or 10 of them, and I need a lot more wood and a lot more fiber. Neither of which is being very generous with me today. At least they're giving me lots and lots of delicious food. In the form of fish, random berries that I can mush around in my mouth, and the flesh of the innocent over here. Isn't that right, Turney? Yeah, you're delicious and you don't even realize it. Sorry, I'm probably going to be recurringly abusing the beats as we go along here, both intentionally and unintentionally, as I gather things around their person. I used to think that if you left these, like, cotton longer, or just long enough, you'd always end up with, more than you'd really have if you kill them early, but it seems like if you actually wait a whole long time, they'll just give you the same amount when you smack it regardless. Just probably depends on if you've waited long enough before slapping it, as opposed to actively cultivating it and plotting out its future and arranged marriage to those googly eyes so we can live at somebody's house looking like a pet rock ladybug. There we go, we got some gold. I guess I'll need to go and get that perk to get more gold as I create it. So I'm about to have to start minting me up yet another batch in order to buy some cool stuff. So what can I start producing? There we go, I'll make some more coal. I'll gather up the rest of this fiber. I'll explode into a fiery jet of light. Everybody wins. So, I don't know, agriculture. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get agriculture. We can just rush into some of the farming, because I have a feeling that when we're bored, that'll be a lot of what we've got to do around here. This is still spitting out coal, and really all we're doing is bashing the shit out of trees while we wait. Later I'll have to put down some different sources of light so it's more than just my face, or enemies in the distance. And that should make it really interesting to go looking around at all these places in the middle of the night. Or just when it's all just kind of scary and looking, then that's a different situation. So what do we need for this? Wood and thread. We can't really do much with either. Sad panda. I guess just cut, cut, cut. Cut, cut, cut. I will say, sometimes when you have tall things in this game, it's really hard to see behind them. So you'll end up like looking around for a resource and it'll be right behind here with the radish because it's at foot level as opposed to the height level of my character to see over stuff. Which does make sense, it's just for the lack of realism in the rest of the game, it's just not what I would have necessarily or traditionally expected. But no biggie. I'll bash open more of these. I think I've got enough fiber to start spinning out some new thread for a little bit. Smash this. There we go. We can really quickly restock our supply. That's even better. Alright, well, I think what I'm going to end up doing is wait till this is daytime and come back for another episode after I've had a chance to farm up a few things. That way we're not just sitting here twiddling our thumbs smashing trees. We'll be doing that exact same thing, but I'll be able to ramble on about how it had a purpose all along. All along, it was to get this one beat. This one beat that owed me $10. That's right. Murder that beat for $10. So yeah, later taters.